What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, King Bishop. As y'all can tell, boy finally made it to the house to get a haircut. Oh, boy. So, man, today is Father's Day, June the 19th. So, to all the fathers out there, man, happy Father's Day to you. Um, man, fathers are the backbone to our children. You know, every kid needs a dad. So, salute to all y'all fellas out there doing it the right way and raising these here kids so that the jail system won't have to do it, because trust and believe, if we don't do it, somebody will. And those people usually have robes and a gavel or have a gun and a badge. So, you know, shout out to y'all for doing what y'all supposed to do. Happy Father's Day to y'all. But on to what the video is about. Hey man, a lot of people have been hitting me up and asking me things about being an owner operator and telling me that they're just now about to venture into it, and telling me that some of the videos have been helping them out and have helped them come along to the decisions they made to be an owner operator. So what I wanted to do was I want to make a series on how to know when you're ready to be an owner operator. Or, you know, I may name it, the plan back there is OD Dead. Jesus, I don't know what they've been doing to it. But do a series on becoming an owner operator and helping you make your choice. I'll name it. I haven't really thought of a good name yet, something clever, I guess. But once I put a name on it, y'all will see it. But today I'm going to do steps 1 through 3 on how to know when you're ready to be an owner operator. I think that's what I will name it. That kind of makes sense. Step 1. Step outside here. Get a little bit of this natural sunlight. Ah, boy. So step 1, man. Step 1 to knowing when you're ready to be an owner operator is very truly knowing when you're ready. Nobody can tell you when you're ready but you. Nobody. As many quotes and as much information as I can give you about it, and all the steps that I feel like are essential, at the end of the day, step 1 is going to be when you're ready. You know, and what I mean by that is, are you ready to take that leap of faith? You know, because it is a leap of faith. Once you get into a truck where you have to make the payment, you have to pay the insurance, you have to cover all the maintenance that is associated with it. You have to be able to do all of that and also cover your household bills, you know, your rent, your car, whatever it is that you own that you have to maintain at home. It's a leap of faith. Outside of that, you're also going to be, most of us are going to be leasing onto a company, which is taking our truck to a company and hoping and praying that that company has the freight to keep us moving so that we can pay this truck payment, the insurance, the bills, and still be able to live. So it is a big leap of faith. So step 1 is always going to be, you have to know when you're ready. Are you financially able to make that leap? Because it is not immediate. Like, for instance, Quality gives you 17 days before your first payment. But the vast majority of that time, you're just going to spend in orientation. And also, after orientation, you have to realize it's a transition. So you're gonna have bills that you didn't get a chance to pay for the last 2 weeks because you left your old job and came over to this job and had to get to a truck and had to go through orientation. So financially, are you able to not have a check for 2 or 3 weeks? And then when you do make a check, are you able to take the check you make and be able to pay off some of the back bills you're gonna owe? If you're blessed and won't have that situation, you're blessed. But for the vast majority of us, we don't have that option where we're going to be come off debt free. So if you have any kind of household responsibilities, those are those are going to be some of the first things you have to handle when you start making this owner operator money during the time you don't have a truck payment, whether it's 30 days, 17 days, 14 days, whatever. So that is step 1. Step 2 is, do you understand the freight lanes? And what I mean by that is, do you understand what moves where? what's produced where, what you want to run from where to where. Like for instance, the freight lanes are going to be all different. I have never ran tanker. I have my tanker's endorsement. I have my hazmat endorsement. I've never ran a tanker before, so I do not know tanker freight lanes. So before you decide to go to a company as a lease operator or owner operator with a tanker, you may want to learn the tanker lanes. Find out where fuel is hauled to, where it's hauled from, where oil is hauled to, hauled from, where water is hauled to, where it's hauled from, where juice is hauled to, hauled from. Whatever you're going to put inside that tanker, you need to know where it moves. And that's the same thing for flatbed. That's the same thing for van freight. That's also the same for reefer freight. Like for instance, everyone knows, and if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, van freight in general, just about all freight, but especially van freight, is horrible coming out of Florida. It's horrible. Freight is always paying very, very well going into Florida, but it is horrible coming out of Florida. Like for instance, I had a load going into Florida when I first started. If you check the other videos, I was going to Florida with a load of water from Tennessee, and that load paid me upwards of $1.88 a mile. That's a good load. You know, that load paid me about $1,150 for about 600 miles. It's a good load. But when I tried to find freight coming out of Florida this week for a special issue I was having on getting home, I looked at van freight, and the van freight was nothing coming out of Florida. Absolutely nothing. It was one load that was coming out of Florida that met my timeline. It only took me from Florida to South Carolina, and it was paying like 79, 80 cents a mile. That is a dramatic dip from 79, 80 cents a mile to $1.87. That's $1 per mile difference. So realize that if you have the understanding of the freight lanes before you reach out and take this risk, you need to understand what you're going to be hauling. So when you make your decision on what you want to move, be it reefer, dry van, container, tanker freight, whatever it is that you plan on hauling, make sure that you have the general understanding of those freight lanes and how the freight moves in the trailer you're going to move. So that is very, very big, because you cannot make money until you understand the lanes. What moves where? Everything has to get on the truck eventually. Everything has to get on the truck. I don't care what you think about, whether it be your car, your socks, or your shoes. It all gets on a truck eventually. But you need to know where it comes from and where it goes in order to make money. And that is step 2 of knowing when you're ready to be an owner-operator. And lastly, for this video, for part 1, step 3